Hi, I'm Arlene Gorman, and I'm here at the Soujourner Truth African Heritage Museum here in Sacramento on Florin Road. I'd like to invite you all to come take a look.
Hi, Aaron Boyce, Marketing Director of Florin Square. So you are here in the lobby of Florin Square, which is, of course, one of Sacramento's information hubs in the South area. As you see right here, this is where the community comes to, to pass along their information, because you never know who's going to be in this building. This building was bought by an African-American gentleman in 2003, so 20 years ago, okay? And it's been turned into what we call where culture meets business. Now, we're also excited because the community has called us Sacramento's Black Wall Street. And why that is, because out of all of our tenants that we have in the building, 97% are Black owned, which I think is pretty cool. Now, when you walk through the building, you get retail, you got our great, wonderful 4,000 square foot museum done by the curator, Ms. Shona McDaniel. And on the left side, you have for-profit, non-profit, you have insurance and esthetician and Mary Kay, and we have Boost Mobile, we have a food bank. So there's something for everybody here at Florin Square.
There's so many of these, this information that we just don't know about. All these lives that affected our history, and the stories that we just aren't told every day because we don't live in this community, and the trials that they had, and the strength they had to have to endure, and the artists that came together to paint this history, to share what they lived and what they know, and how far we've come, and appreciating all kinds of people, and what they did for us. And we don't really acknowledge them. How they, look at this mural. And here's Michael. You wouldn't even know unless you were coming here for a reason. All these talented people who took all this time to paint these pictures of their history. And they're painting murals all across the community to give artists a place to express themselves and to get their art out there to promote health and companionship or unity in the community, and just share all the gifts that they have.
Not true.
Hi, I'm here with Unity Lewis at the Soujourner Truth Museum. I'm here in front of this beautiful mural that Unity was a part of, and he's going to let us know a little bit about the history and what happened here.
I don't know.
Hi, my name is Unity Lewis. I've lived in Sacramento as a permanent resident for about 8 years now, but my mother's side of the family has always lived here. So ever since a child, I've been back and forth for summer vacations. I did 5th and some of 6th grade here, part of 9th grade. So I consider myself partially from Sacramento. I'm an artist, a visual artist, and I'm also a musician, as well as an art educator, an art curator, and somewhat of a hip hop historian. I come from a family of artists. My grandmother is a woman named Dr. Samela Lewis. She was the first Black woman in the country to get her PhD in the arts, and she wrote the first textbook on Black art history. She also created the first compilation book of Black artists talking about their work in their own words, called Black Artists on Art. There were 2 volumes of that, 1969 and 1971, and I'm currently working on future volumes and have created an exhibition around Black artists on art. My father's an artist, my mother's an artist, there's artists on my mother's side as well. So I'm carrying on this legacy of artists, and that's actually how I became connected to this museum, to the Sojourner Truth Museum. So I'm doing a chair dedicated to my grandmother, and then another dedicated to this artist named Erin Douglas. She also commissioned me to be a part of a larger team that worked on this mural. So there were about 5 of us that worked on this mural that represents the African American community here, and in particularly the children who frequent the center, who frequent Sojourner Truth Museum, this marketplace here, this cultural center. This mural is called Our Village Children. So my role, my initial role in this, in my team, was to compile all of our ideas that we collectively came up with into a Photoshop document. And that Photoshop document was projected onto the wall from which we made our outlines. The team that I was with was a team of 5 painters. It was me, Malik Seneferu, my brother Lee Casa, Joa, and my other friend Prodigy. Pretty much how we wanted to lay it out was with the Sankofa birds and the cultural designs. The children are in the forefront, and then in the background, they're surrounded by images from the artist Erin Douglas. So at the same time we're paying tribute to the youth that come through, we're also implementing art education about Erin Douglas, who was an artist from the Harlem Renaissance. We incorporated the clean air and clean water theme in our mural by including these Sankofa birds and this wave of water. The birds represent the air, and the water obviously represents the water. And just instilling the values of keeping these things clean for our community and reminding the youth that our air and our water is important. It's a source of life for us.
I hope you enjoyed the video and the tour today. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. And if you have any questions about the community and what's happening in the community, you can reach out to Unity. Thank you for joining us today.